Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Peace, beloveds. Where the water at? Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Peace, peace, peace. I don't know if y'all saw my post. Thank you. About Musa Moon. I posted. I'm gonna try to repost her. She has these butters at her shop that are amazing. They are so amazing. This one is rosemary and melon, but it's another one that I use that's called Not Champa. I promise you, I swear, I think I'm like, I just need all the products made in that particular scent. It smells amazing. I'm gonna make sure I repost her again today too. It's like some really amazing. Thank you everybody. It's some which ring? This one. Y'all already know who this by. This Daryl. Mr. Roach, Daryl Roach. So this one. Oh, and then this is something I had bought, my Scared Beetle. You know, that's my people. Okay, I'm gonna try not to do this loud. I was notified yesterday that they wake up every time I wake up. Hopefully you can still hear it. Peace. Hold on, yeah. I'm trying to not. Let me put it down here. That ain't gonna work. I'm trying not to do this super loud like I am normally. Everybody was up late. I was trying not to be loud today, but it ain't working. Grand Rising. Thank you. I appreciate y'all born day wishes. I really do. I'm excited to experience this particular part of my journey. We have Sacred Circle today. So if you are in the city or you are in Charlotte, North Carolina, or somewhere close to Charlotte, North Carolina, it starts at 12 o'clock. It's going to be simple today. I'm not doing like a whole lot like I normally do. I always normally bring in like a guest, but I'm going to try to keep it simple. We're going to start tackling some issues dealing with the inner child and how to heal the inner child, but also our divine feminine, and try to wrap up some, details with that as well. All right. And then our usual healing circle. Our usual. Let's see what these cards say. Grand Rising. Thank you. Y'all know Jupiter goes direct today. It goes direct today, and Uranus does something interesting. It goes into retrograde. Yeah, Uranus is making me nervous. I ain't gonna lie. Uranus makes me nervous. It makes my spirit nervous. I don't be nervous about nothing else. Uranus be so damn unpredictable. You be like, oh God, what's about to happen? I just need to know so I can be prepared. That's all. I just need to be a little prepared for whatever it's about to do. Uranus sit at my house, like, is it in my money or it's in my relationship house, I believe. Wow, but yeah, Uranus, you need to pay attention to where it's sitting at. So what Uranus does is it creates this roller coaster effect in your life. And I ain't nervous about no planets. That one tends to, um, well, I don't know. Maybe it's not starting off good. Me and in my boo thing. Look, me and my boo thing went official. So maybe that was a Uranus moment. That was kind of sporadic, I feel. So it's in your house of self. So if it's in your house of self, you got to pay attention to how it's affecting how you see yourself, how people view you, the things that go on in your personal dynamic. Thank you, beloved. And Mercury gave you see, it didn't mess with me too bad. Mercury didn't mess with me as much as I thought it was. Because with me doing a lot of stuff on social media and technology, I be feeling like Mercury gonna have. Look at your natal chart, Sheena. So when I talk about how you can figure it out, everyone go to astrology.com. Astrology.com, put in your birth information. It's better if you have your time of birth. If you don't, put 12 p.m. And then you're going to see exactly where those planets, when they're in retrograde, you really want to know where their original position. I'm not sure if astrology will tell you where they're at this current moment in your life. Peace, beloved, but you do want to see where they are at, okay? You do want to see where they are at in their original positions so you can see what's going to kind of be triggered in your life. What's going to be triggered, or what lessons do they come to bring you specifically? I know mine was over family and career, I think, with the Jupiter. And then my I gotta go back and look at my chart. I promise you, I think Uranus is in like my 8th house. That's like business partnerships, relationships, all kind of dynamics is all that. You say you just gonna stay in the house. Don't stay in the house. It could be good. Uranus does something tricky. So it either does an upflow or does a like it just start removing shit. So you gotta always look at the retrogrades as something that are amazing. They are great. They're going to give you a certain dynamic. Okay. They're going to give you a certain dynamic. So they're either giving you a super lesson or a super blessing. That's all it is. Only reason I said that Uranus make me nervous is because, like I said, I know that where it sits is in my business partnerships and relationships and in-laws house or whatever, but it's also directly across from my money house, which is number 2. So I'd be like, and it's where my Rahu and Ketu sit. So that's a lot going on in them energies that could mean like either my career about to do something crazy and take off in a whole nother dynamic that I wasn't expecting, or or it's getting ready to make me learn some valuable lessons at this moment in time that I'm be sitting there like, so y'all had to teach me that way. Like you couldn't just send me a message or a little love note or something, like get your shit together. Like I just be wanting it different sometimes you don't want the lesson the way it's coming. All right, so let's get into the cards. The cards are saying Grand Rising, Grand Rising. The first card is battle. So being at conflict or in chaos, but it's coming in a past position. So maybe we were in conflict with something, which would make sense because we've been getting this card a lot in the past. In the past, we have been getting this card a lot. So now it's coming in the past position. And it's saying at one point you were at battle, you were in conflict, or you are still in conflict and in battle with yourself. You are still there. You're still doing something that's a little interesting that you either straddling the fence on. You still battling with your lower and your higher self. And that is okay. But you need to acknowledge it, identify the root of the issue so you can transcend past this point. Once you've acknowledged it, now we've gotten to the point where now some of us is back on track. We're getting back tunnel vision, right? We're getting back on one accord. We're getting back in a space where we're like, okay, I got a destination I got to get to. So let me focus on what the destination is. And that might mean, what did I say? This is the Hermit card. So that might mean you got to do what? You got to go in your woodshed. You got to go in the closet. You got to go do something that's going to kind of pull you back from people and dynamics and a whole lot of distractions so you can focus. And this is the time frame where focus is really key. Okay, because what did I just say? Jupiter is going direct, or it already went direct today. All right, so if Jupiter went direct, this means it's going to expand whatever house it sits in. It's going to bring in the blessings for some of y'all, because sometimes it sits in a really funky house. But it's going to bring in the blessing in whatever house it's sitting in. So it's like it was in a space of retrograde to make you think about, what do you need to realign? What plans do you need to make? What do you need to put in position? Now it's like, boom, it's go season. It's go season. But I would say it's go season with caution. Like, this is a time frame where you need to be setting up meetings. If you got, it's for career or whatever. This is a time frame where you kind of are preparing. You in the starting blocks, but you ain't really ready to like take off yet. Because we still got some shadow effects. Okay? It's still some shadow effects popping off, right? But it's go season. It's about to be go season. Go to your natal chart. Like, go to astrology.com, and then you're going to put your birth information. They have a free birth chart. So do not buy that chart. Just put your information in and do like this fake ass breakdown. But you click on the pie, and it's going to pull it up big, and it'll tell you where everything sits. Okay? Make sure that you are completely, undeniably just like standing in your higher self. Every choice and decision moving forward, every choice and decision needs to be a reflection of the higher self, not your victim self, not your lower self, not none of the energy that is not serving you. You want to make sure, thank you, beloved, you want to make sure that you are operating in your higher self at all times. At all times. Do not reflect back into this energy that you were having before. We have transitioned past this space for a reason. So now it's time to walk in it. If you are unclear, this was at the bottom of the deck, the Hangman. If you are unclear on how you're supposed to be moving, if you are unclear on how you're supposed to be operating in your gift, operating in your power, if you unclear, be still. But don't go back to who you were. Don't go back into no reflection shit. Don't be doing stuff that you know that ain't what you're supposed to be doing. You know it ain't in alignment with your higher self. So don't do that. Stay in a space where you're saying, okay, I'm not really clear on this message, so I'm going to just sit still and let the universe work this out. You know how they be saying, I'm going to give it to Jesus? I think that's what they say. But I think that's what they say. Give it to Jesus. Maybe not Jesus in particular, but, give it to somebody that is in a higher connection than you. So you're going to give it to your higher self. I'm going to give it to my higher self. Whatever you need to say. Some of y'all could give it to Jesus. I mean, the science behind it, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Peace, beloved. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, we got money coming. We stay getting that Rhonda Night card. Let's see what else we get. I like this one too. Let me pull one more, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all know we got a full moon about to pop off real soon too. Don't we got a full moon? We got a full moon this week. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Ashe. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so look, we're gonna start with these, and then I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, so grief work is needed. This is a time frame where the grief work is, and anybody who has been following me for a minute, I always say that I'm using my words because I know I'm friends with a lot of therapists. I don't really believe in depression. I don't believe in that word. Okay. I do believe that people are grieving. Okay. I do believe that people are grieving. So when we are grieving, we are operating in a sense of that we have lost something. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay. So when you have lost something, you have to do the work in order to understand that that always comes back to you. Whether it's coming back to you right now, whether it's coming back to you in the future, it's going to come back to you. I want to make sure I read this because I want to read this crystal card in, because it's a lot about loss in this particular reading for some reason. It says this card signals that your heart needs some healing from one or more losses. There's grief work to be done as a way of moving forward with your life. Already you can think of how this specifically applies to you. Unhealed grief is compounded by each subsequent loss. Although it's uncomfortable to mourn and cry, sometimes this is the only path to healing. That's why it's best to heal with an experienced counselor or a support group or somebody who is trained in trauma. Loss is one of the most painful processes to challenge. Yet it can also help us develop compassion and more appreciation for the life that we live. Okay, so this is a time frame where I do feel like some of us actually have lost physical people, and for whatever reason, that energy is laying really hard with us right now. A lot of us are in a space that we have lost loved ones, okay? Maybe not even in a physical sense, you know what I'm saying? But maybe just in a space of we've lost them because we have transitioned. We're in a different space in our own personal life. And sometimes that requires for people to be removed. Like I said, there's been a lot of changes in the universe and energy. And what I do want y'all to be prepared for, that there's going to be a lot of changes in people who you lose in the physical sense, as far as the ones that do transition, okay? Because there's a lot. I would try to be preparing people that when we have certain planets that do certain things, you have to prepare for. That means that there's going to be a lot of transition of life, okay? A lot. That's why it's been so. If y'all paid attention, there was some planets that was doing some funky things. And with the funky things that it was doing, it was transitioning people out of here. Okay? But they only transition. Energy never, ever, ever dies. It only transitions. It only transitions. So it is in a different space. It is time for that person or that dynamic to achieve another, just said it, achieve another calling. It is time for their next phase in life, and you have to celebrate that and help them along that journey. A lot of times we want to hold on to their presence and their energy, and we want to keep them down here in the physical, on this physical realm. You can't keep them here with you the whole time. Allow them to transition into their journey, and the ones that are supposed to stay here with you are going to stay with you. But the ones that they need to go complete a different dynamic, allow them and celebrate the fact that they got to go complete that, okay? So the Knight card, it says, do you seek the divine in all your daily interactions? Are you in the process of healing after a loss? Allow your loved ones to travel this sacred journey. Know that in many ways they are always with you. Recognize the divine feminine within yourself. Be assured that the truth is revealed in the end. Ashe. Okay, so I integrate spirituality into my everyday life. I have a connection with the divine. I allow my body, mind, and spirit the time and space to heal following losses. I bless those who have completed their time here, and I now know that they are on a new journey. I now know that they are on a new journey. That's a beautiful card. So like I said, whether it is about, someone you have lost from a physical dynamic where they have transitioned, or whether it's things that have been taken away from you, learn how to process. Know that that time has been served and what its purpose was for you in particular in your life. There's a reason that we have a divine soul tribe, and there's a reason that we are connected to the people we are connected to when they come in. All right, so we have to pay attention to what purposes they serve. Also making sure that we are being very grateful and operating in gratitude at this moment in time where we are at and what we are experiencing. I always feel like transitions make us be more mindful of our day-to-day interactions. I feel like transitions make us be more connected to what it is that we need to accomplish and achieve. Okay, what it is that we need to be doing. Are we like very living very intentional every day? This is an opportunity. Every time you, even when you see somebody on the news that, you know, have lost their life, there's an opportunity or a reminder to say, hey, are you doing everything it is that you need to be doing each and every day? Are you living to your highest? Are you telling that person that you love them today? Because I don't care if you might have had a little stank argument yesterday. You don't need to let a day go by that you're not telling the people that you love them. You don't need to let no moments go by because you don't know what's going to happen. I always, like I tell y'all, the transition, you know, you have to understand that, you know, that energy transitions different. But I promise y'all, like, I already know, like, I would have a whole breakdown for like 2.2 seconds at least if anybody that's close to me at this moment in time transition. So I'm super, like, I tell them I love them every day. My kids, I probably get on their nerves. Even my old ones, I'll be sending them messages like, I was just checking on you. You know, I love you. Okay. Just making sure. Because you don't never know what's going to happen and when it's their time to complete their next part of their journey. Okay. So, prosperity. The universe is pouring this abundance out to you. Be open to receiving it. So let's go back to the reading. Now that we are tunnel vision on what it is, our destination, okay, where we're supposed to be going, watch how the universe open up. But you got to be in a space, and I think that's why this grief dynamic is coming up or loss is coming up. You cannot be still holding on to the past. You can't be holding on to stuff that has already moved out of your way, that has already moved into a certain dynamic. You cannot allow your past to hold you back, no matter what it is, okay? There is a moment that you got to wake up, that you got to open your hands and say, I do receive whatever the universe has for me. I receive it, and I am accepting all and everything that the universe has for me. But if you are still sitting in that grief, if you still crying over spilled milk, because this ain't just about death, this ain't just about, you know, that type of dynamic. This is still about, you know, some of us crying over the woulda, coulda, shoulda shit. Some of us is still crying and whining about, you know, the life we thought we were supposed to have. Okay? Some of us is crying about you know, that man that done walked away, that woman that done walked away. They walked away because they can't go with you to this next level. The universe just told you, where'd my card go? They just told you they're bringing you prosperity and abundance. They're bringing you prosperity and abundance, but you can't get it if your hands is closed. You can't get it if your arms is crossed because you pouting with the universe. You sitting here pouting because you feel like they taking everything away. They making room. So when it feels like everything is being stripped, please understand that they're making room for your new life. There is a transitioning going on, not just when it comes to people, but there is a transitioning going on with you. This is a time to lose your old self. This is a time for you to wake up and walk in your new life. There's too many dynamics that are operating for you. The universe wants to put you exactly where they know you deserve. But you cannot get it or receive it if you are walking like this. You can't get it or receive it if you got your arms folded and crossed. You have to be open to whatever the universe is trying to bless you with. Okay? So be in a space. Make sure you're taking the time to acknowledge things that you might still be grieving over. Whether that is an old job, an old life that you thought you were supposed to have, an old relationship, or even really like losing loved ones. Because loved ones can hurt. But you have to understand that now they're either one of your ancestors or they're one of the guides that's going to help you navigate to get into your journey. So they never, never go away. They're always going to be with you. Always. In one dynamic or another. They might be in another dimension working on your behalf. You never know. You just have to be in a space where you're acknowledging that their presence, but you're also paying attention that this is your life and you have to live it. There's a reason that you are here. You have your own unique purpose in your own journey. So stand in that. All right. All right, loves. I am going to go open up I don't know if I'm going to open them up now. My family got a whole bunch of stuff waiting on me. So I'm going to try to do that before I leave for Sacred Circle today. Got a lot of stuff I need to get done for that. All right. So I wanted to just jump on here while I had an opportunity. I love you. I love you. I love you. I will that y'all have an amazing day. Make sure that you are always operating in your higher self. Do not revert. There's a lot of energy saying that y'all are playing around with the ideal. Okay. That they are playing around with the ideal. Somebody just sent me a damn... My friends are funny. They're like, I'm so glad your mama and daddy did the nasty and had you. My friends are real retarded. Anyway, some of y'all are playing around with the ideal of your old self and your old ways and your old habits. It's starting to be very easy for you to slip back in old behavior patterns. Okay? In old behavior patterns. Make sure that you are checking that shit at the door. Okay? Make sure you check it at the door. Make sure that you stand in your power. Make sure that you do what it is that you need to do in order for you to evolve and ascend so you can get more connected with your soul journey. All right? More connected to the soul journey and why you came here in the first place. All right. All right, beloveds. I love you. I love you. I love you. I will. Y'all have an amazing day. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.